Mr. Speaker, this petroleum industry bill should have been passed yesterday. And I represent an area of Goji River Federal Constituency, and that is their view. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I want to use this opportunity to correct the impression created by the leader that the use of coal has expired, that it is of no use. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the use of coal has expired to a dysfunctional society and leadership, not its use. And as of today, Mr. Speaker, I will tell you that a company led by one of our industrious brothers, that is Aliko Dangote, uses coal, and he buys that from South Africa, Mr. Speaker. So the problem is not the coal. The problem is with the people who should pretend it. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, if the PIB bill will cure the fact that Nigeria today imports petroleum, or is intending, or has expressed interest, and has undertaken by the chief executive of NNPC that we will import petroleum products from Niger Republic. If the PIB will cure that defect, I'm for it. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, if Nigeria that has 4 refineries that are comatose, not functional, for the past 3 years, and has suboptimally been operating for the past 10 years, if the PIB will cure it, Mr. Speaker, I'm for it. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, if the opportunities we had in the 80s, 90s, when we constructed a 5,000-kilometer pipeline in this country that transports petroleum products from the refineries and crude oil products from the crude tanks to the refineries, and from refineries to depots. When, as at that time, Mr. Speaker, the area managers of NNPC who were managing the depots were like lords. If the PIB will cure it by way of the midstream, I'm for it. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the chairman upstream said here that the net value, and that is when you have a crude oil product, a barrel of crude oil, you sell it, as of today, you get $40. If the net value, developing the value chain, petroleum products, ATK, PMS, and other products that are associated with it, if you develop it, what you harvest at the end of the day is $2,500. As of today, Nigeria is only making $40, where it should have made $2,500. Mr. Speaker, sometimes you begin to wonder, why is the Northeast restive with Boko Haram? You begin to wonder, why do you have agitation in the Niger Delta? You begin to wonder, why do you have challenges of IPOB or agitation? It's youth restiveness. These people are not gainfully engaged. And I'll tell you something. I worked with a company in 1994 that was part of the pipeline establishment and the installation of the depots. We had an armada of engineers. 50% of them came from Hungary and Romania. Today, we can't even employ Nigerians that are available. So it's too consequential. So, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I believe that when we found oil, or we established Oloibiri in 1955, optimized the output of products in 1964 in Oloibiri, and suddenly abandoned it in 1978. Mr. Speaker, from 1985 to 2020 is 85 years. It's 85 years of not planning. So we refuse to make our laws contemporaneous. We refuse to bring it up to speed. So I believe that this law is germane, but we have our usual excuses. When the parliament works on a bill, just one clause, one word is undermined. Let not there be an ambush. And Mr. Speaker, I'll tell you, if we pass the electoral bill and also pass the PIB bill, I will sufficiently feel, and that is before Easter. If we're able to do that, I will say we've done a good job, because it will fundamentally alter the fortunes of this country. You begin to wonder, why are we yielding to inefficiency? Suddenly, no sector is productive. So I think, and I feel strongly, that we should pay every attention to this bill. We should make sure that all the landmines that will come along the way should be jettisoned. Thank God it is coming from the executive. They are the ones who are proposing it. So there wouldn't be any reason to jettison it. So I thank you so much, and I believe that all our colleagues should support the bill.